Now, it's not only the Italians that know how to make spaghetti meatballs, the Vietnamese make a fantastic version. This is called Bun Cha, and I'm going to be using some chicken mince today. We're going to grill them with lots of flavours and serve this with some rice noodles and some Nyok Mum sauce. So good. And we want to hit it with lots of flavour. Some ginger, just going to use my fine mincer to grate. We want about a teaspoon, a generous teaspoon of ginger. And we'll just tap that on the side. Some lemongrass, loads of flavour in lemongrass, and to extract as much flavour as possible, you just want to bruise this. So I just grab the back of my knife and just bruise it. And then we're going to use just that base where all the flavour is and where it's quite soft. The higher you go with the lemongrass, the woodier it is. So it's best to finely chop the base of it. And it smells fantastic. Now, don't waste the rest of this lemongrass because this woody part makes fantastic tea. So that's a nice little tip. All right, let's grab our lemongrass and we'll pop that into our chicken. 1 clove of garlic. Again, I'm going to finely mince this. We don't want any big chunks in these Vietnamese meatballs. Now we need to season this, a good pinch of salt. And for a hint of sweetness, I'll also add some ketchup mayonnaise, which is some sweet soy. It has a wonderful molasses flavour to it. That's why I love to add it. So just add about a tablespoon. This is also going to help bind our meatballs. Okay, let's get our hands in there and give this a really good mix. Okay, this mixture is looking good. Now I'm going to form this into 12 meatballs, so even sizes. And the best way to roll these is just to get yourself some water into a bowl, and this will help the meat not stick to your fingers. So we just put our hands in the water. We'll grab a walnut size amount of chicken mince, and we're just going to roll them into meatballs, and I'll flatten them out when they cook on the grill. Okay, I'm just going to place these meatballs onto a really hot grill. I've just oiled it slightly, so on they go. Press them down to form patties, and these are going to cook for about 2 minutes on each side. Okay, these little meatballs are ready to come off the grill. They're actually patties now, and they smell so good. I can smell the garlic and the lemongrass through it. We're just going to take them off and let them rest for a moment while we prepare the Nyok Mum. Now, Nyok Mum is served with so many different Vietnamese dishes. It's almost like their national sauce. Very easy to remember the quantities. 2 tablespoons of caster sugar, roughly 2 tablespoons of lime juice, and I'm also going to use the zest because there's so much flavour in the zest and we don't use it as much as we should. So I'm going to add it so we get an extra hit of lime. So we want the zest of this whole lime. I'm just grating that again on a fine grater. Okay, we'll cut our lime in half. And then I always use a spoon just to extract as much of that juice out. So squeeze that in with our sugar. I adore Vietnamese food because it's all about freshness, lightness, and balance. So this sauce, the sweetness from the sugar, acidity from the lime, saltiness from the fish sauce, and some heat from our chili. So juicy lime. Excellent. So we'll just give that a mix to start dissolving that sugar. And our fish sauce can go in, again, 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. And the chili, a bird's eye chili. This one has some heat to it. Really finely slice this chili. Great. Okay, in that goes. And then this is the Nyok Mum as is, but if you want to take it even further, you can add some grated carrots. So I've just finely grated that, and then we'll mix that through. That almost pickles our carrot, but it's also going to be part of the sauce. The sweetness from it is going to come out. So good. Okay, let's assemble this. I'll get my rice noodles. And these have rehydrated nicely. This is the base of our dish and our spaghetti, if you like. We'll pop that into the bowl. So a generous amount. You don't want any of that water, so shake it off. Fabulous. Now for our meatballs, depending on how hungry you are, I'm going to serve 4 because I'm pretty hungry. And now for our garnishes, a combination of onion and bean sprouts. So a nice handful of bean sprouts to one side. Some onion finely sliced. And our Nyok Mum, I'm just going to move the carrot out of the way for a moment, just so I can drizzle that lovely Nyok Mum over the top. There's quite a lot of noodles there, so we need a lot of sauce for this. And I love Nyok Mum too. Okay, and this carrot that's almost pickled now, nice mound of it on the side. And then herbs. Herbs are an integral part of Vietnamese cooking. And again, it brings that fresh lightness. So mint and coriander, just a few sprigs of coriander. And if you can get your hands on some Thai basil, use it. It's an integral part of Vietnamese cooking. And with this dish, it's pretty special. There you go. That is my Bun Cha or Vietnamese spaghetti meatballs.